Hi everybody, it's Shelly, Soft Spot Stamping. I'm trying to do my first video tonight as Soft Spot Stamping. Yeah, no, that's not true. I tried Monday night to do my first video as Soft Spot Stamping and I had a great video. I really truly thought I nailed it and it looked good, but you couldn't hear a word I was saying. So I think it has to do with the way the selfie stick, I thought I could push the button and it would start, but if I push the button then it connects to the camera and it shuts out the audio. I guess I'm connected to the audio then. So anyway, welcome, my first video for you guys. I'm so excited. I'm going to try to do a video at least once a week for you, so you'll see something new. Sorry, pardon my voice, it's a little scratchy too. See something new, a new technique, a new product, just something different maybe to add to your toolkit. You know, I was thinking today, architects have tools, construction folks have tools, chefs have tools, we do too. Card makers have tools. So I happen to think that these products that we have available to us through Stampin' Up! Are some of the best. Color coordination through paper, stamps, ink, tools, embellishments, we've got it all, right? I mean, you can pretty much find anything and everything you need, and that's what I love about it. A lot of the work's already done for us. So, and oh my gosh, the stamps. Rubber, photopolymer, you can still do, you can do your basic rubber stamps, you can do the photopolymer. It's just amazing what everything that can come together for you to help you create. So without further ado, let's take a look at what I have for you tonight. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am here in my humble abode, otherwise known as my basement. I craft in my basement. I recently went through a remodel of stuff in my basement. I was lucky I did because I found some things that I hadn't played with before and got to use those. So you might see some of that coming up. But what I wanted to show you tonight was something that I think is pretty darn cool. As you can see, I've pulled out a couple of, 5 stamp pads and 5 markers because this is some of the things that attracted me to Stampin' Up! At first. My first love of Stampin' Up! Was the Big Shot, and I'm going to show you some of that in coming times, but just the color coordination. So I pulled all of these things out as tools that are available to us because we can do so much with them. So we have our Stampin' Pads, we have our Stampin' Right markers, you can get your refills for the Stampin' Pads, and we're going to do something different with the refills coming up one night as well. But I wanted to show you something that came out recently and currently is available through the end of May in our Occasions catalog, available through May 31st. Occasions runs from January through May. Super excited because there's some awesome stuff in there, and I want to show you how this how I came to fall in love with the tools that I'm getting ready to show you. Right here on this page, one of my favorite stamp sets in the whole book. Beautiful Yo. We're going to do some projects with those as well. But the other thing right here, Watercolor Pencils. New tool, new coloring tool added to my toolbox this year. Super excited about it. So I'm going to move aside my stamp pads, and I wanted to, let me stop there. I wanted to show you, I've taken the box that the watercolor pencils came in, and I cut it out and I put it in a stamp case that we can purchase, so that my watercolor pencils are just readily available. And you can see there's several more colors in there, but they're so much fun. We're going to do some stuff here tonight with these colors that I have out. So I'm going to put those to the side real quick and I'm going to show you. So Monday night when I was trying to do a video, I did the video, it just didn't turn out quite right. I started off using a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I want to show you exactly what happened on Monday night because I just thought it was pretty cool. So let me get my colors together. What I'm using is Melon Mambo. Let me do these in order. Actually, the Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, Rio Red, Old Olive, and Bermuda Bay. So you also get these other colors in there as well. So Whisper White cardstock, and it really does, when I'm doing what I'm going to show you, really does help to have the right paper product. So let's just do this. I'm going to color on here really quickly. You can see I'm just really making very small lines here, right? And then I said, okay, I'm going to take our great little aqua painter. You fill these with water, and on the tip you get to brush out sorry, missed the camera lens there. You get to brush out your colors. Right here it's a little wet, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to show you exactly what happens on Whisper White cardstock. Color. You see how pooly the water gets? Oh my gosh, I'm not even squeezing to get any water out. It's already pooling. I'm going to show you here real quick. Okay. You might think, oh, that's kind of cool, but can you see what the water is doing to the cardstock? It's really making, and then you can twist it around maybe and make it run if you have a lot of water on there. It just doesn't go well. So what do I use? You guessed it, watercolor paper. So let's try the same thing, and I'm going to do a couple of different ways. I'm just going to draw a light line here, then I'm going to go a little bit darker here. Light line here, a little bit darker here. Oh, I went a lot darker. Now, you can certainly color all you want with these, and I'm going to show you another item in the Occasions catalog, that another one of my dream items and something I've made with it. I've been into adult coloring for a very long time, and I almost forgot my old olive here. And it's just really cool to sit around and just color. You can watch TV and color. You can ride in the car while your husband or your significant other is driving, and you can color. It's just really relaxing for me. So you can understand why I was super excited with the watercolor pencils, and then the other product that I will show you here in a little bit. So I've got two different shadings of the watercolor pencils. Let me show you what happens here. So I take it and I do the little light, and I am on the watercolor paper. Then I do a little the dark. Okay, and I try not to run over the lines. Okay, dampen it out, or daub it out. Make it a little bit here and a lot here. What a difference, right? So whatever impact you want to make with your cards, you truly are in charge of it with these aqua painters and the watercolor pencils. Really bright, you want to go a little bit darker line and color it in. If you just want the subtle effects, then you just draw a simple little, maybe make it look hazy even. And that might be good with the basic gray, I think, is in there. So we've got our old olive here. Pretty little rainbow here, right? I love rainbows. My grandmother's name was Iris, and she was the keeper of the rainbows. Look how cool, right? So you've got the really dark, really bright, vibrant here, and really subtle here. It almost looks like two different colors. How cool is that, right? So let me show you how it looks on a card. Using my favorite stamp set, as I told you in that whole catalog, the Beautiful You. Very subtle. Of course, I colored in, I stamped with the basic black archival pad that we have, and then colored in the dress and the umbrella as well. Light to dark. Really kind of cool, huh? Very vibrant, very subtle, very peaceful. I think they're both beautiful. So that's just one technique that you can do with the watercolor pencils and the aqua painter. I want to show you another thing before I put, and I'm just going to do a couple of items or a couple of lines here. What you can do with another tool that we have as well. So here, let me do Daffodil, and I'm going to do Melon Mambo, just because it's kind of like pink lemonade, right? So our blender pen, and I know it doesn't matter what way I show it to you, but blender pens come with a thick, little finer end, and then you can get a more blended end here. So I'm going to show you what happens here when I go to color in. Pretty cool, huh? Just make sure you get the color off of your blender pen, and then you go in and you, really cool. So that's just another item you can use with the watercolor pencils that really pop it. I just love the watercolor, the coloring effect that you can get with the aqua painter, but yeah, that blender pen kind of pops some things too. So taking a look at something I did, one of the other items in our occasions catalog, like I said, just a couple more months left. Oh, and I will show you another item here. No, sorry, it's not in occasions. It's not in occasions. This is through the end of March only. Celebration. Cool little things here. Did I tell you celebration's free? No, I didn't tell you that yet. So purchase $50 worth of items out of our big catalog. It's available until May 31st as well. And you can see I've probably tagged a lot of stuff in here. I have quite a bit of stuff. Not nearly enough though. And then the occasions catalog, which I probably have a lot of. $50 out of your $50 order out of either of those two or both, you can combine that, get you a free product out of the Celebrations catalog. We do have 2 celebration item lines available right now, and I will tell you this, items go fast this time of year, celebrations only through the end of March, so just a couple of weeks left. These I totally love, but let me show you this right here is what I wanted to show you. In the, I have to read it, inside the Lines Designer Series paper. Pretty darn cool. It's our very own adult coloring product, right? So you can see some products already done. Well, I decided that I wasn't going to do all the work for somebody because I have a friend that really is into adult coloring too, and we've talked a lot about coloring, and she has some crayons and coloring books, and I do too. It sounds silly, right? Adults having crayons and coloring books. Not at all. But what's really cool is now I have this paper from Stampin' Up, and I made her a card set. She doesn't know it yet, so don't tell her. But she's going to get to color in. I'm giving her a set of the watercolor pencils, and she's going to get to color in all of these cards that I've made for her. As you can see, I used the Daffodil Delight, the Bermuda Bay. You didn't see this one, but it is... Better get the right color, Shelly. There you go. This one's the Pumpkin Pie. The Melon Mambo that I've used before. And then one of my favorite colors of all times, Rich Razzleberry on the love card. How super cool is that? She's going to get to color. This one's going to be really fun because it's very intricate, so she might have to sharpen her pencil a lot. But I just thought that was fun. A lot of little different things, different patterns that she can play with and color on. My favorite, I think, right here is the, I'm not a bug person, so it surprises me that I'm getting ready to tell you this. But look at that cool little bee. She's going to get to color the bee. He's going to really pop out. Yeah. So the sayings are from one of our framelit sets that I get to use the Big Shot with. I totally love the Big Shot. So there's my first video. Hope you enjoyed what you have found. You can check out my online store at softspotstamping.com. That takes you to my blog, and my online store is there. Of course, check me out on Facebook. I'm going to post this to my blog and to Facebook, and never fear, I will be back. So have fun. If you do have any questions, of course, email me or shoot me a Facebook message. I would love to help you get the stuff that you can get for free. There's some really super cool things in our celebration catalog that are, like I said, only available through the end of the month. So take a look. I'm tempting. Woo! You might want to just check out what's available, and you can do that through my online store as well. Thanks, guys. Have a great Wednesday evening. Ciao.